Hey guys, welcome back. We're gonna do something a little bit different today. I'm taking a break from my loft cleanup and I'm going to cover something that's very relevant right now. I grew up in Southern California. I did not grow up anywhere where there was snow in the winter. If I wanted snow, I had to have someone take me up to the mountains. But a number of people still had like emergency kits in their cars for just you break down on the side of the road or you go off-roading and who knows, you could get stuck somewhere, get lost. Maps don't always work out, and it's always wise to have emergency supplies in your car with you no matter where you live, no matter what time of year. But definitely this time of year in the wintertime, we realized we needed supplies and we didn't have them. So the last time we went to the store, we picked up a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to show you this stuff. I'm sure that there's a way to do this both cheaper and more comprehensive than what we have. Since we're kind of behind on this is just where we started. And I will add that one big thing that we got, if it were to work out as it was intended to, it would actually save us a lot of money. I'll go over all that stuff with you that I have behind me. I'll give you prices for everything. And just remember, this is what we chose to do. This is just what we thought worked for us. I'm curious to know how you would do it differently in your area, or if you had suggestions for my area, if you have any experience with snow or ice or more rural areas where you could easily get lost and GPS wouldn't help you out. So let's get started. There's one thing on the table that I don't actually know for sure the price of it. It was something that Craig grabbed in the camping section when I was off taking Iris for a walk. The best I could figure from looking on the receipt and trying to match up letters, and you know how they code things funny when you bring it up, it looks like it could be about $8.50. Start over here. Okay, so we got 4 packs of these hot hand warmers. Since we're not in the time of Laura Ingalls Wilder and we're not baking potatoes ahead of time when we leave the house to keep our hands warm in our pockets. Each packet was $1.88. So here's the tool. This is a 12-in-1 multi-tool. It's a pretty cool thing. Long nose pliers, standard pliers, wire cutter, bottle opener, can opener, Phillips screwdriver, awl, file, saw, medium slotted screwdriver, small slotted screwdriver, knife with a sheath included. Cool. So that, I think that was about $8.50 from the best that I can match it up on the receipt. This also he grabbed when he was in the camping aisle. So I didn't get a chance to talk to him about it, but it looks pretty self-explanatory. It's a nesting 2-cup cook set for 2 people. So, yeah. Looks like it would be pretty good if you got lost in the woods somewhere during the winter, especially. And that was $15.72. All right, this guy. This massive waterproof bag. It's really nice. It's a handle, everything. Okay, so this is exactly what it looks like. It's a survival kit. It's waterproof. It's meant for 2 people for 72 hours. See, took that off of it. I'm going to read this. And inside here, it includes 2 emergency ponchos, 2 emergency blankets, a paracord 15 feet, 5-in-1 tool whistle, multi-blade tool knife, mini roll of duct tape, water purification tablets, 20 of them, one crank flashlight, 1 regular flashlight with a 20-hour runtime, 3 days of food and water, which is 12 food bars and 12 water packets. Wow, water packets. And each of those things have a 5-year shelf life. A water packet. I want to open that up and see what that looks like. Okay, well, here are your water packets. And here are the food bars. Big shrink-wrapped brick. 2 of them. For fire starting, there's 1 flint, 1 fire striker, 1 burn gel, Ah, that's good to have. First aid, 22 adhesive bandages, 1 by 3 inch, 2 knuckle bandages, 2 butterfly closures, 2 conforming stretch gauze, 2 inch by 5 yards, 1 pair of gloves, nitrile, large, non-sterile, 2 bags of gauze pads, 12 safety pins, 1 plastic tape, 1 plastic tweezer, 1 hand sanitizer, 1 quick reference guide, 1 cold compress, 1 elastic bandage, 1 pair of scissors, 1 toilet paper. That is a lifesaver. 8 alcohol pads, 2 disinfecting cleaning wipes, 1 moleskin, 10 cotton swabs, and 1 15-liter dry bag with straps. So interesting to note here that everything that comes in this red bag was $64 total. Sure, we could have chosen to do something cheaper. We could have just brought blankets from the house and put them in the car, a sleeping bag or 2. But overall, I mean, I would have to check for sure, but there are definitely more expensive ways to do this than buying this survival kit, which is just, this is what we're doing for now. This is being prepared in some way so that if we are stranded somewhere for up to 72 hours, then at least we have something to work with. So that's good. Next we have this box of 48 Nature Valley granola bars. That was $9.38. This is not something that we would usually buy. I would prefer to make my own granola bars, honestly, but we don't. We eat granola as a cereal, we eat oatmeal, we just don't really eat granola bars. This is something that, sure, they will get eaten, definitely if they need to be, in an emergency situation, so it's not a problem. You work with really what you can when it comes to shelf-stable food supplies. Okay, this big 24-pack of unsweetened applesauce, and that was $9.44. Again, not something that we would usually buy. I make all our applesauce because it's just so easy and it tastes really good. But this is another great alternative just for in an emergency. Kind of like, I don't know how many people made earthquake packets for school growing up. Craig and I both did growing up in Southern California where there was a lot of earthquakes. I mean, we never survived anything major in our area. We never had that happen, but our area was earthquake prone. We were right near the San Andreas Fault, so earthquake packets were a fond memory from school because you pack up these gallon bags full of non-perishable stuff. Some of the stuff you wouldn't normally eat at home, at least in my family, and then you get to take them home at the end of the year if you didn't need them, and you eat the stuff. So yeah, fun times. And up here, we have cut green beans, black beans, coconut milk, and what we were thinking with these was just, okay, we need a vegetable, we need kind of a starchy protein, we need something fatty, and definitely something with a pop top because you may not be able to open it. I mean, as I've read, a can opener was not exactly in this list of supplies, so pop top it is. And I've heard that they don't last as long as the regular metal tops that you open with the can opener, but I'm really not sure about that, and I'm not too worried about it because when I did a quick Google search, they seem to last indefinitely just like other canned items. Organic was not necessary for us, but it was the only kind at the store that had the pop top, so that's what we went with. Although it is always nice for us to have as few ingredients as possible, just the food, not preservatives, because we see with this stuff, there's not a whole lot added to it, and it's just fine. It's just like other canned items. We don't need extra stuff. The green beans were $1.58 a can. Definitely you could do it cheaper. You could go for other options. The black beans were 78 cents a can, and the coconut milk was $2.12 a can. Believe it or not, that was on the cheap side. Coconut milk in a can or otherwise is just incredibly expensive sometimes. So $2.12 was not the worst price that we saw for that. All right, mixed nuts. That was $8.98. Mixed nuts. Talk about expensive. Man, cans of nuts are just really expensive. And then this is something we thought we would try. The oysters were $1.88 each, and sardines were $1.83 each. We've been actually enjoying stuff like anchovies and sardines in our house. I haven't tried any of the smoked oysters that we have, but Caspian really likes them. It seemed like a good protein option to keep you going if you're stuck in the middle of nowhere. I just wanted to share that with you in case anybody else finds themselves unprepared like we did. It's always nice to be prepared in some way, even if it is like we used to be, just a couple tools and a sleeping bag in the back of the car. Anything helps. Any supply that you give yourself can be used, and it's better to try than not try. Don't think that, oh, I can't get myself a bag of this everything included emergency stuff. Don't worry about that. We certainly didn't for a long time. In fact, we didn't take the risk of an emergency serious enough for a long time. Something about having kids that makes you more cautious in life. I don't know why that is. Even if you don't have kids, you know, if it's just yourself, or if it's just you and a spouse, or if you live with roommates or siblings or whatever, it's always good to be prepared and just do the best you can, especially this time of year. Next time, we will continue with our loft declutter, and I'm always excited to get up there and work on that, but I don't get the chance every day. If you've missed those videos, go back and watch those. They're just right behind this one. You don't have to look far. And I hope you'll join me in the future for the next video, cleaning up the loft. I'm hoping to get this done this winter, but I don't want to just make videos about cleaning my loft. There's other important stuff like this. It's good to talk about this stuff. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh, also, we got our new Baker Creek catalog in the mail. So excited.